So you talked a little bit about the
Sure.
promotion that you do here, right? Do you have any, maybe here we can approach it a little bit differently. Do you have any visibility on what maybe other people do or might do that it's not a good idea, that like things to avoid when you promote your content?
Yeah, I think that yes, I think that you should really take almost like the way people approach demo reels to that. You often hear in the industry that, the demo reel, put your best stuff first and keep it short, and don't and you're going to be judged on the worst thing in your demo reel. I take all of those lessons and apply it to these little promo videos. So like the structure of every single one of my promo videos is the same, which is very quick of the title card, usually with like the coolest image. Then and it's very quick, like a half a second. Then it moves right into the end result, the coolest results that we come up with for the lesson. Bam. Plays. I usually play through it twice. Then I move into, in like descending order, or at least related to what I'm talking about. But yes, packing the cool stuff first, where it's like, here's like a cool shot of me like changing render settings and it's like updating. And then here's like a cool shot of me like finally getting this one mechanism to work. It's that kind of thing. I think sometimes what I see is people will literally put videos of like, here we are flying around the Houdini interface, like zooming in and like moving nodes around really fast. And it's like, I don't know. I think that can be compelling like the first time you see it, but I've seen that so much. I want to be blown away. Like I want to be dazzled by, I want to watch this video.
Yeah.
It's like watching the trailer for a movie. I have to at least want to be interested by the trailer. I may still not like the movie, but I have to at least like the trailer. If I don't like the trailer, then I'm not going to even bother the movie. So yeah, with the demo reel, you put your best stuff first, and don't put anything that is like, well, I need to represent this thing because I've done it before. It's like, well, no, just keep it short and sweet. Brevity is the soul of wit and all that. So yeah, I think that's the main thing. You know more than I do about maybe how to reach specific audiences, but I would just say in general, you have these analytics tools to tell you how people are responding to your ads. So that would be a tip, in the sense that don't just throw your ad out there and be like, everybody, from 0 to 60, every country, everything ever. It's like, that's no good. Be logical about who will probably respond to this, in terms of, in particular with regards to age. That's the main one. There's no point of heavily promoting your thing in China if most people aren't speaking English at a level that they are going to need to understand a complicated work.
Yeah, very good point.
Unless you have a Chinese version of your video, in which case, great.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's easy to be like, well, maybe some people will. Well, it's like, yeah, maybe, but it would just be better spent channeling it towards the avenues that are much more likely going to work.
Yeah, and I don't know, if anybody has an experience with advertising with the social media and stuff, but the thing about when you do pick an audience on the social media for your advertisement, that's what the things that you would actually pick. You can say, what is your age range, right? Or what countries?
Or even interests sometimes. If you're talking about Facebook or YouTube for that matter, it's like, what kind of videos do I want this to play on? Well, I want it to play on either other video tutorial videos, or honestly, even just in general, because it doesn't get that granular. In general, it's like, if people are interested in action and fantasy movies, maybe they'd be interested in learning how to make such a thing. It's not going to be 100% hit rate, but you're at least narrowing it down to that. Sure.
Yeah. And also I've seen, I heard of really amazing results of people that have done basically this. They've gone on Facebook. They posted videos of just like little small videos on the subject, on the same subject. and maybe about the author, about themselves, you know, making the tutorial talk a little bit about the tutorial and the subject.
Yeah.
So post it on Facebook as videos, and then you know, when you do the advertisement, you can make it, you can target those people that have engaged with those videos.
Yeah.
If people have watched those videos, it's because they're interested in the subject.
Yeah.
So Facebook says, okay, if these people are interested in the subject, that's what I'm going to go. You know, you decide to have them targeted so that they can always be reminded that there is something that can help them here. That they, you know, it's not, it might not be free, it might be free, but at least it's a good way to target those people so that you can.
Yeah, and that goes back to having like a Facebook page or a Facebook group, which I think is the same thing. Yeah, you have those people will, you know, like your page, and then they'll just be there. There's your little captive audience, but they want to be there.
Yes.
And yeah, you can post. So what I end up doing is I post student work.
Mm-hmm.
People will send me their videos, and if they're good, which they all very often are, which is really gratifying also, but posting those up, they get to have people driven to their art station or wherever they have it posted. And then people interact with it and they see it. And then, yes, then you can also post when you have a new lesson. It's just part of the stream of it. You don't have to make this your like day job. The whole point of this is that it's not. I just will post these things periodically, but it's enough that people know that you're still alive, that, you know, like I haven't put up a lesson since April. I mean, until this last week, but it's, but I would still post student work and things like that, or even idle musings. Like, here's a thing that I saw was cool. And then yes. And then you drop in your actual ad, and then the ad can say, yeah, people that like this group. So right there, that could be hundreds or thousands of people that are extremely specifically targeted. And it's great. I also was just recalled too, something else I wanted to say with regards to the free content. You know, that was something that you had said to me when I first started this whole thing, was that maybe make a free lesson. And what I ended up doing is I made 2 lessons at once, which was like, I didn't like the idea of just posting a free lesson and then maybe never getting around to doing the paid content. So I did both at once, kind of the way that like movies will film like the movie and the sequel at the same time. And yeah, being able to offer an entire free lesson, not even necessarily, I think that taking a section of a paid lesson out is a really good idea. That had never even occurred to me. But at least the way that I had been doing it, which is the intro lesson for rigid bodies, dynamics, the intro lesson for particles, the intro lesson for smoke, is an entire lesson from beginning to end that is free. There's nothing people like more than a fully formed, great professional grade, just like your paid content will be, for free. It is such incredible promotion. There's constantly people that come to me that are like, oh man, you know, you've got all these lessons and I heard they're good, but like, I don't know if it's like for my skill level or something. It's like, well, listen, there's literally no risk. Watch the first lesson. It's fully formed. It's not just a sample. It is the thing. It's the product. If you like it, you like it. And they usually do. And it gives people, it's so much more confidence for people to pay what you're asking for. Because you're right. Totally charge what you think the content is worth. Don't undersell it. For sure, do not do that. But on their end, they'll just feel more comfortable doing that if they literally know what they're getting. So it might seem like the first one I do is not even going to be worth something, but don't think of it that way. Maybe just do both at once. And then now you've got the one paid and the one unpaid.
Yeah, I actually forgot that you did both at the same time. That's actually a really, really good point. Because that's what we keep telling people. You know, the first one, especially if this is the first time you do it, people need to get used to your style and stuff. So put it for free, and then then the next one you can start.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be crazy. Like, again, my lessons now are 3 hours long. My first 2 lessons were like an hour and an hour and a half each.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. Like there's actually less video in my first 2 lessons than there is in my newest one.
Correct.
So it's like, it doesn't have to even be, it could just be one long thing that you just cut into 2 pieces. The first half is free. The second half is going to cost.
Yep. Very true. Cool.
Yeah.
So now,